Hello and welcome to Back to the Ballpark with the Washington Wild Things, presented by Back to the Bird. Today, on the sixth and final installment of the series, we have a Blackhawk, PA native who went on to play collegiately at Slippery Rock University. Please welcome Joe Campagna. I said your name wrong, didn't I?
You did, but it's all right.
And we
Campagna
talked
works.
about it.
Campagna. We did talk about it. Hey, either way works. I mean, I've gotten a lot of different things, so it's all cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I've had Joe on Back to the Bird before to talk about like his career and his life. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. It's on the YouTube channel. Feel free to check that out. But Joe, we're gonna do a little bit of a shorter interview of that, and it's gonna be mainly baseball and Wild Things related. So to start out, I need to know, what was your first memory of baseball, whether it was playing or just watching it?
My first memory of baseball, believe it or not, you know how people will tell you that they have memories of when they were really little. I mean, like talking like one or two, and you're like, it's like a crazy memory, but there's one memory. I have one. I was in the living room with one of those big orange bats. You ever see those big giant ones?
Yeah.
Everybody had one, like the wiffle ball bat. And we had what was it, a Fisher Price tee with the plastic balls, and I was hitting baseballs off of the tee in the living room. I can still see it. I literally can still see it. I could see my sister running and grabbing the balls and everything. That's just one thing I can always remember.
That's really awesome.
But yeah.
I was telling Tom Shirley in the last interview, I was like, he said his first memory was when he was like 7 or 8 years old. And I was like, that's more reasonable, because some people, they were saying their first memory was like 3, 4 years old. I'm like, I can't remember that.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I was actually 2. I was 2 and I could remember it. I swear, dude. I don't know how, but that was one thing that I remember from that time. I remember one other thing too, but really not that much from that time, but that's what I do remember.
Gotcha. Who was your favorite player growing up? Who did you look up to? Who did you want to embody on the diamond?
You know, there was a few. You know, I always liked Ken Griffey. You know, I always loved Ken Griffey Jr. And Mike Trout. Man,
absolutely.
Trout's the man. I mean, you know, if you look at my swing, I try to do a lot of things like him. You know, our bat path is similar, so I was like, you know what? Why don't I just start standing like him and doing everything, so I could try. You know, maybe it's, you know, maybe his movement works for me, and a lot of it does. Obviously we have differences, but
it's definitely working for him, right? So why can't it work for you?
Right. Why would I try to copy somebody who's not doing as well? Got to try to copy the best.
Absolutely.
Especially if you can relate somewhat.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Now, what was your first Wild Things memory?
My first Wild Things memory.
What, did you go to a game? Was it being a part of the team?
I did. I went to a game. I think I was 12 years old, maybe even a little younger. I went to a game. This was before they had the turf.
Yeah.
You know, so it was the old school, you know, grass and dirt, and it was obviously beautiful there. Stadium was beautiful. And I had a Wilson A2000, and I walked away from my parents, and I went down to the gate, and I had the whole team sign it, and I came back. And it was my game glove. And I came back and I said, look. And my dad went, are you kidding me? he was like, you let them write all over your glove. That's what you use every day. I'm like, yeah. So I got all their autographs and everything. But that's probably the oldest Wild Things memory I had. And I did that because my sister sang the anthem that day. So that's
a really good Wild Things memory to have, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that now it's like I'm the one that's going to be giving the autographs. Hopefully, if all the COVID stuff, you know, kind of subsides. But yeah, that was my first.
What was your favorite Whippeal baseball memory?
Oh man, I never thought about my favorite because I've had a few. You know, I have a friend, Richie Rao. Me and him always talk about all the little. We could remember all the games. We nitpick everything that we did. Let me see. You know, it was really fun playing with Brendan. So I mean, dude, he had like I don't know how many 20 strikeout games out of 21 outs. So that was cool. Actually, this is kind of pulled all together at Wild Things Park. We were in the Whitfield championship game, And it was sold out because at that point, that was when Brendan had his scoreless inning streak.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like 70 some innings, and we were playing for the championship. And that place was literally standing room only. And they were like, we can't sell any more tickets. Like I just remember the whole thing being packed. I never played in front of that many people in my life. And I remember Brendan unfortunately lost his streak. And then we were down. I forget what we were down, like 3-0, 2-0. And I came up and I hit a triple. And oh my gosh, dude, that hearing the crowd go as crazy as they did when I was that age. Oh my gosh, dude, I was screaming. My coach looked at me like I was the devil because I was like going nuts. But yeah, no, I mean, that was probably like one of the coolest like Whitfield memories I had. Definitely like sliding into third at Wild Things, Park, and
Absolutely.
just screaming
Yeah.
in the championship. So that was pretty cool.
And now you've brought up Brendan McKay, obviously a legend in Blackhawk. What's that relationship like? Having a guy who was a good friend of yours in high school now become an MLB pitcher and one of the best to do it.
Right. Oh, dude, it's awesome to see. I mean, literally, Brendan used to drive me to practice every day, because we would go right after school down to the trainers, do like all the treatment stuff, and then we go straight to practice. And it was just, I kept close with him this whole time. We're really good friends, and it's just, man, just seeing him play and seeing him be in the situation he is, man. It's just, it's really cool. It's really cool.
Absolutely.
I mean, can't really explain it. Can't put it into words.
I hear you.
It's exciting.
Now back to you, and you chose to play college ball. You chose to go to Slippery Rock. You chose local. You didn't want to go to big school. Why was that your choice? Why did you choose to go to Slippery Rock?
It's funny you bring it up because I've been getting this question actually a lot lately. Literally the last like 2 or 3 months, I've been getting this question a lot. And I've pretty much been given the same answer. At that time, it was where was I going to go where I knew I would make an immediate impact. And I just, I remember traveling with the Allegheny Pirates, the Pirates scout team. And we were going to all these schools, right? And we're in contact with all these different schools, like Maryland, Colgate. We even talked to Louisville for a slight second there. Not really scholarship, but more of like, hey, we're interested.
Yeah.
But it ended up just being, hey, Slippery Rock really likes you, and you'd go there and they get guys picked up all the time. A lot of their guys go on to play, and you would definitely just play. You would play right away. And I was like, all right. So I ended up, the Messers ended up reaching out to me, talked with them, and they pretty much just told me, like I'd be a big part of the program going forward. So I was like, all right, I'm in. I was like, I'm in, and I pretty much just told everybody else, hey, sorry, I committed to Slippery Rock. And there were a lot of people who were kind of shocked. There were, and then there were some people who were like, yeah, like that's a good fit, but ultimately, would I do it different? Everything that I've done up until this point makes me who I am.
Yeah.
I have a lot of confidence in myself. So I think whatever happens from here on out is what's just meant to be,
Absolutely.
Hope the Lord just guides my steps on that one.
Absolutely. And I mean, hey, you made your mark in Slippery Rock baseball history. You're the third leading home run hitter in Slippery Rock baseball history. And that's something you can hang your hat on. And that experience you're able to bring to the Wild Things. So with that being said, what exactly are you going to bring from your college experience to the Wild Things this coming season?
I had to face a lot of adversity in college, with a lot of different things, politically, in my play, social, like social life and everything. And I've learned a lot. My saying is the only L's I take are learning experiences, no losses, just learning experiences. So, I mean, a lot of what I learned, can still be applied, and I just do it even every day, baseball wise, I've learned a lot about my approach, what works, where, what situations I can, try to go to the opposite fielder, right now, guess what? I'm going to try to hit one over the trees, in dead center. But, every at bat, every game, every second that you're on the field, you learn. I mean, you learn. And if you aren't, you're doing yourself a disservice. So, you know, pretty much everything I can take, from college and, still apply it. And then going into last year, I mean, I did with the Slam and Sammys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take a lot from that too. And I went up to Sussex County, like you said, it's your hometown, or at least where you're at.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't mark me as a New Jerseyan yet.
You're at Beaver. You're a Beaver guy.
I'm a Beaver.
You're a Beaver guy. Listen. I'm not really a fan of that one, but it's all right. But yeah, I mean,
yeah. Before I let you go, I told you before we're gonna do some trivia. We got to see if your Pittsburgh knowledge is there. So I got 4 questions for you here. Let's see how you do.
Let's try it.
If I could speak. What wide receiver used quarterback skills honed at Indiana University to complete a 43-yard TD pass to Hines Ward and lock up Super Bowl 40 for the
Antoine Randall.
1 for
Boy,
1.
I knew. Come on. You got to give me something
tougher
than that.
I gave you softball because I like you.
Okay. You didn't even have to finish that, Cuzzy. I knew that one.
All right. Question number 2. In 1991 and 92, who totaled 94 points in 65 games for the Penguins before being traded to the Whalers in the deal that brought Ron Francis to Pittsburgh? Now, this is one you got to think about.
This is one I got to think about. I'm trying to go from back through the years. Geez, Yager's almost old enough to play in that time period. That's a good question. Give me A, B, and C. Come on, you gotta give me help on this one.
I don't even know. I don't even know all the players from back then.
They don't have to be back then, just random ones.
All right, so I'll give you 3: Brian Trottier, John Cullen, or Phil Bourque.
Phil Bourque.
It was John Cullen.
Yeah. I didn't know.
All right, 1 for 2. 1 for 2.
Yeah.
3rd question.
I need to touch up on the Penguins history. I'm not.
Hey, dude, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I love the Penguins. I really do. But
Absolutely.
I need to touch up on the history.
All right. What starting pitcher's 1-year stint with the Pirates ended with him taking the loss in the 2014 NL wildcard game?
Is that AJ Burnett?
No, he was with us for too many years.
I thought he was with us for 1. 2,
he came
maybe
back
3.
in 2015.
Oh, yeah, he did. All right, wait a second then. All right, and dude, I watched it too, obviously. Everybody who didn't watch that game.
Exactly.
Oh, man. 1-year stint?
1-year stint.
Boy, if I don't get this question, I'm going to be mad. 2014. Who did we play? That wasn't game, Cueto. That wasn't Cueto, was it? That was 15.
No, that game I believe was against the Cubs or the Giants.
The Cubs. Okay. I don't know.
Oh man,
who was it?
It was Edison Volquez.
Oh, dude, he was okay. Yeah, he's been with every freaking team in the league.
Exactly.
So how am I? That's interesting. But all right,
I got you.
All right, so 1 for 3. I'm hitting 333. Let's try to get 500.
Hey, that's Hall of Fame level. So
yeah, it is. Hey, if I get Hall of Fame level, I'm in.
All right, last question. What 5'9" center fielder nicknamed Little Poison played for the Pirates from 1927 through 1941, mostly with his brother Paul right beside him?
I don't know that one.
No, you got to just think who.
Dude,
Paul.
I don't know.
His brother's name is Paul.
Paul's
number is retired by the Pirates. I know that for
what number is it?
I couldn't tell you. I just know it's retired.
So we both need to touch up on it.
Yeah.
His brother Paul. Little Poison?
There was a guy in the 90s, the hometown guy, who also had the same last name spelled differently.
Oh man.
Now
You
he
said
does
5'9" center
commentary.
fielder. Oh.
Not this guy, but the guy from the 90s that has the same last name spelled differently.
I was like, wait, that's an old dude.
Yeah, right.
You gotta give me a hint. I know you gave me like 2 or 3.
I know.
I need another.
I don't know what else I can give you. I would love to give you more hints, but I'm just gonna give you the answer. It was Lloyd Wayner. His brother's Paul Wayner.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wouldn't have known that though.
Right.
That one I wouldn't have known.
No, I feel you. I would have known Paul Wayner if it was about him, but
Wayner, yeah. I guess, yeah. Geez.
yeah.
See,
Well,
I don't know. The only old Pirates I know are like Willie Stargell, Dave Parker, Honus Wagner from back like that. Like that's like the dead ball era. Like
yeah, absolutely.
Honus Wagner is like the only one I know from then.
Right.
Like from the Pirates at least.
Exactly.
We weren't even the Pirates. What were we? The Grays.
No, that we were the Alleghenies. I mean, in the early 1900s, we were the Pirates, but before they were the Pirates, they were the Alleghenies. And then the Grays were from the Negro League.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. See, so
I know a little bit of team history.
You do. I need, like I said, I don't. But
thank you for coming on. What do you have any words for the fans that hopefully you'll be able to see this season and what they can expect from you guys?
Honestly, we got a solid squad this season, guys. I think we have a very good chance of bringing home the ship to Washington and to the Pittsburgh area. We got a lot of Whitfield guys, got a lot of good guys on our squad. Got some family members. You got me and Sansone, so that would be kind of cool if you're from our area. Come out and watch and support, man. We could use all the help we can get right now, man. It'll be really cool to be able to share it all with you guys.
Absolutely, all hands on deck for the Wild Things. I got chills just talking to you. I'm hoping we bring the ship back to Washington to Wild Things Park, and I hope to be able to see you guys play there this season. So, Joe, thank you for coming on. And thank you, everyone who's watched this series. This is the last episode. Had to save the best for last. My favorite Wild Thing. Had to save.
Hey, my man, right here. This is my favorite podcast right here.
There we go. Well, Joe, thanks for coming on, and can't wait to see you back at Wild Things.